All right, hello, welcome or welcome back. So this is the first video in my second series, and this series is going to be on the bad boy. So I just want to be really careful and make sure that we all know that no person, no actual living, breathing human being, myself or anyone else, is reducible to a stereotype. You know, we're all human beings with thoughts, feelings, goals, hopes, dreams, hurt, pain. We all are complicated human beings, and nobody is just going to be a one-to-one perfect reduction to a stereotype. Not a thing. All right, so the first video is going to be on, who is the bad boy and why do we like him? So I'm going to just tell my main bad boy story and take it from there. All right, so who is the bad boy? So let me talk about, okay. So when I was in my first semester of college, so I had just graduated high school. So this was the fall of 2001, after September 11th. I don't know if that's relevant, but that's when it was. So I remember meeting or seeing, I was driving with a friend and we were driving down the street because that's where you drive. Anyway, and they point to these two guys who were walking, and I had known one of them. He was a friend of mine's older brother, and he was like cool and bad. You know, he was my friend's cool, bad older brother. And he was walking with this other guy who I'd never seen before. They actually had the same first name. So I guess that was like cool to me for some reason. Anyway, that's the first time I saw him. So his name, let's just call him Jay. I don't know. I'm trying to be anonymous and be useful and helpful and not harmful. So I don't even want to call him Jay. Let's call him Armand. I don't know. So random. Armand. Okay. I can't do that either. All right. Let's just call him the bad boy that I liked. All right. So I just thought he was so cool. Like, he was very alternative, you know? I don't know if he had gauges and tattoos at this point, but like that kind of like alternative look. He was a very good street skateboarder, that kind of guy. Party monster, completely. And I think that's what I thought was cool, because I was also an aspiring party monster. And actually not even aspiring. I was pretty well entrenched in the party monsterdom. All right. And I also want to be careful because I don't want to endorse anything that's harmful. So I am 43 years old and I'm not out here trying to laugh and make light of serious situations. So the party can be okay, but it can also be very, very harmful. And I talked a little bit about that in my last video. All right, so there he is. Why did I like him? Well, he was really, really cute and looked cool, and he was, 5 years older than I was. And yeah, he was really good. He knew how to do things that I wanted to know how to do. So I liked him. Yeah. So what else do I want to say about this? I have a couple of notes and I'm just trying to think like what I have spaced for the other videos. But all right, let's just talk about it a little bit more. So at some point, maybe a year or two later, the party got a little too heavy and he ends up incarcerated. So that is serious, and I don't want to joke about it because I've told this story for 25 years in various different ways. And I think the more recent way that I tell it to my peers, you know, people who are, you know, in their mid 30s and up, is sort of inappropriately lighthearted. And I don't want to do that to an audience where they're going to be like younger and impressionable people. But yeah, so he ends up being incarcerated, and we're writing back and forth the whole time. And in the meantime, I had gotten my act together. So not a long time before he got home, but maybe a couple months before he got home, I had gotten my act together. And I was really excited that like the two of us were gonna like get our act together and like have this whole new wonderful life. That's what I thought was gonna happen. That's what I was hoping was gonna happen. And we would go around, so we went to, I don't know how to say this. We went to a 12-step program. I was really serious about it. I don't think he was. He would go and like skateboard outside of it, but like I don't think he was. Anyway. But he's really cute and cool. And I remember like other, like girls liked him. Girls really liked him. So I remember feeling really cool and powerful that like I was the one who got to like who got to like tame him. And I've heard like, I think James Sexton said something to this effect, and I don't want to misquote him. I don't remember what the quote was, but it's like something about like guys want to be the only one who can get a girl to, I guess, do certain intimate things, and girls want to be the only girl who can get a guy to, be nice or something like that. And so, yeah, like I felt cool that like I was the one who could like get this cool bad boy to, settle down and be good. I mean, of course I wasn't, but it certainly seemed that way for like, certain stretches of time, like a couple months at a time. Yeah, so we would go around like other people our age, and I felt really cool that I was the one that was able to get him to be a good boy. So, generalizing. So in the first half of our relationship, I really liked, I wanted to learn something that he already knew how to do. So it was sort of like a shortcut to putting my own work in. After the fact, I really liked the fact that he made me look cool and powerful. There were good reasons that I liked him too. Like, I don't want to say like there were only bad reasons for me liking him. I just want to focus on the less effective reasons, because those identify the problem and, maybe help. And once we identify a problem, maybe we can solve it. So generalizing, why do women like bad boys? Well, if my case is normal, okay, why do women like bad boys? Well, because they can do things, and they do whatever they want, and that's kind of impressive and admirable. And if what they want to do is, be with us, well, we feel pretty cool and powerful ourselves. So, yeah, I was hoping this series would be a little bit more for the ladies, and I will get to information that I think will be useful and helpful for them. But I think for now, this is still like, I'm still talking to the guys. Like, you guys want to know, why do you like those idiots? And I'm telling you, sometimes, like, and I don't want to gloss over the good reasons, because absolutely there are good reasons, like we had been through a lot together, and we liked a lot of the same things, and we had a great time together. And, he did care about me, and I cared about like so much, so I don't want to discount the real, true good reasons, why I liked this person. But I also want to point out that, yeah, there were some bad reasons, First reason, it was a shortcut. I didn't have to put my own work in. I got to look at him, see what he did, and copy it and do it. Number two, I felt really powerful and cool in front of my peers. Like, I was the one who got to make him be good. So those are two bad reasons, and I don't know the extent to which they generalize, but I imagine they're pretty broad. So yeah, why do we like the bad boy? Well, aside from the good reasons, the bad reason would be we get to copy him, you know, his confidence, and we get to look cool when he decides to do what we want. All right, so the next videos I'm gonna make, what are the next ones? All right. I feel like that's a weird place to end, but hopefully okay. So we just did who is he and why do we like him? And then I don't know if this is gonna be the next one, but I'm gonna talk about why he's so hard to get over. And also another one, and I don't know which one is second or third, but second and third will be either why he's so hard to get over, but also why you have to get over him. Then I'm going to talk about how to do it, how to actually get over him, how to actually get to a point of where if he comes back with saying all the right things, you're just like, no, I'm good, because I do know how to do that. And I don't want to be mean about it. But some of this stuff is a little mean, so stay tuned. And then, yeah, I think the last one is going to be pretty nice. It's going to be like where I am now and how to sort of live with that. My nose is so red, whatever. Okay, so that's that. I hope to see you in my, in the next videos. I think this is going to be another series of 5. We'll see. And have a great day.